I'm Dan Galusha. Welcome to another edition of Shootin' Plink. Today we're going to be trying out some more quiet ammunition as far as the effectiveness of it. And what we're going to be using is right here. It's the CCI Quiet 22. Now this is the lead round nosed one. And there's also a segmented, and then there's another one that's got a little bit higher velocity. This one has a 710 feet per second. The one that's a little over 800, that one's supposed to cycle semi-automatic. So we're going to be testing that one later. Right now we're going to test this out, and again we're using the Henry American Eagle with the Skinner Express peep sight on it. And what we're going to do is we're going to fire at 10 and 15 yards here. We have shortened this range up that's right here. There's some reasons, but anyway, that's what we've done. And then we're going to take it over to the longer range, and we're going to shoot some steel over there, because I'm going to have a 4-inch and an 8-inch. I've got some problems with my 10-inch. It isn't hanging right. I want it to hang on an angle. It's the one thing, if you're shooting at steel, make sure she's hanging on an angle. Don't have it straight. Anyway, what we're going to do here, we're going to fire 5 rounds on the left one at 10 yards and 5 yards on the right one at 15 yards. And then, like I said, we'll move over to the other one. So let's get around here. I'm going to get you so you can see the targets, and then we're going to do some shooting. All right, you're sitting here at 10 yards, in fact, and we'll throw the first round in. Like I said, we're going to take 5 rounds at that left side here at 10 yards and see how that works. Okay, now we'll move back to 15 yards and we'll shoot 5 more. Alrighty, well, looks like it scattered around a little bit. I am shooting freestyle. I'm not on a bench. So let's move over to the other range, and we're going to take a few rounds at that. But, you know, I think first we'll take a look at this, then we'll move over there. Well, they're not the greatest grouping in the world, as you can tell, but they are within that what I call the kill zone, because that actually, the center mass is 9 to 10 inches. Well, this all fell within 2 inches, all the rounds. And it looks like I got a couple in the same spot here, but I got a couple of them real close to that center. And again, I was firing freestanding. This is not an ammunition that's going to be right on anyway. This is a target ammunition, and it's quiet, as you can tell. I would say that it's, you know, we're kind of comparing this. The first one that we did was with the Super Colabre, which was an Aguila. This is the CCI, and it's kind of close to comparison. What we're going to do now, though, is we're going to go over to the other range, and we're going to fire a couple of areas there. Wanted a 4-inch to see if we can hit that 4-inch from a longer distance. So I'm going to pick up the camera and everything. We'll move over there to the ravine, as I call it. I think you can probably see them. That one's a little bit hidden. That's the 8-inch. That's in behind there. I got to do a little bit more work on this, but hopefully I can move around here and get some shots at that. I loaded 10 rounds just like I had before. We're going to take 5 at the 4-inch and 5 at the 8-inch. I think we'll start out with the 8-inch first, since it's a little bit more difficult to see. So I'll put my safety glasses on. You'll see what I can do with this. Okay, we got the 8-inch. I'm going to zoom you in on the 4-inch so that you get a little bit tighter view of it. Okay, I've got you zoomed in on that about as good as we can get, and try to see if I can hit that 4. Hit it once. That time I didn't. Oh, she turned on us. Great. Well, the other one, from what I can see, had a pretty doggone good grouping. I'm not going to shoot at the edge of that thing. So let's take the rest of the rounds at the 8, because we know we hit the 4, at least twice. Well, you could see how it worked at the longer distances, because we were shooting about 25 yards or so, actually about 30 yards here, and it put a pretty good grouping. If you looked at the close-up there, you might have been able to see over there on the 8-inch that there was pretty good grouping, and around in the middle, in fact, so it was doing pretty good. And then on the 4-inch, when I fired at that, well, it was hard to see it in the first place, but I did hit it a couple of times. And that's why I moved over, and of course, as you know, you've seen it, and I will not shoot at the edge of a target like that. Now, I could have shot at that, but what happens if it ricochets? And the one thing I always tell you is to shoot safe, and that's not safe. You shoot at the target the way it should be, on an angle, as I've said before. But as far as the CCI Quiet 22 goes, I'd say it's pretty good, especially for target shooting like that. If you're shooting steel, you can see, I mean, you're going to really clang it away. And the paper, it was all within 2 inches of that center. So that wasn't too bad, especially when you're freestanding. Now, if you're on a bench, I'm sure it would, you know, go into a little bit tighter grouping. I'd say that CCI Quiet 22 is not too bad. If you know, and it's target. That's what it is. It's target ammunition, and you know, it's to keep it quieter. Like I've told you before about Cedar Oaks here, the shooting Plink firing range. We try to be a good neighbor and keep things quiet. So until next time, shoot safe and have a great day of plinking.